Students, how are you? Today I'm going to talk about Elizabethan drama, and I will talk about different Elizabethan playwrights like University Wits, Kidd, Lily, etc. And I will talk about Marlowe and Shakespeare also. During the Renaissance period or the Elizabethan period, as it is properly called, the most memorable achievement in literature was in the field of drama. One of the results of the humanist teaching in the schools and universities had been a great development of the study of Latin drama and the growth of practice of acting in Latin plays by Terence, Plautus, and of course Seneca, and also there was a renewed interest in the contemporary works also, both in Latin and you can say in English as well. These performances were the works of amateur actors, schoolboys, and even students, young students of the universities and the inns of court. And were often given in honor of the visits of the royal persons or ambassadors. Their significance lies in the fact that they brought the educated classes into touch with a much more highly developed kind of drama. Earlier, the educated people were not interested in dramatic activities. But the university scholars, students brought educated people closer to drama. About the middle of the 16th century, some academic writers made attempts to write original plays in English. Earlier, plays in Latin were being written and produced, but later on, the English writers started writing original plays in English on the Latin model. The three important plays of this type are Nicholas Udall's Rolf Royster Doyster, John Still's Grammar Girton's Needle. These two plays are comedies. And the third one, Thomas Sackville's Govt or Ferex and Porrex, is a tragedy. All these plays are monotonous. They don't have high literary value. They are not standard plays, but they are, commonplace, you can say. They do not possess much literary merit. The second period of Elizabethan drama was dominated by university wits. This is a very important phase in the development of English drama. So these university wits were the professional set of literary men. They were not amateurs. They chiseled their art of writing plays with great effort. Of this classical three little constellation, Marlowe was the central sun, and round him revolved as the other minor stars like Lilly, Green, Peel, Lodge, Nash. These were other university wits of prominence, of importance, who were very famous in those days. But Marlowe was the most famous writer, and I will discuss Marlowe's Dr. Faustus in detail in the coming videos. Lilly was the author of Endymion. He wrote Endymion in 1591 and Midas 1592. These plays are mythological and pastoral. Their themes are mythological and pastoral themes. Though the verse is simple and charming, the prose is marked by exaggeration. The Elizabethan prose was very decorated, very embellished, very popular in those days, but now people don't like this kind of language, characteristic of the euphemism in those days. But although, they were very popular in those days. Let's talk about George Peele. He was born in 58 and died in 1558. He wrote some half a dozen of plays, which are richer in beauty than any of his group, except Marlowe, of course. Marlowe was above them all. Like Marlowe, Peele was responsible for giving the blank verse musical quality, which later attained perfection in the deft hands of course, Shakespeare. Marlowe also embellished or perfected blank verse, and Shakespeare was the last person to give it more delicacy, beauty, and flexibility. Now let's talk about Thomas Kyd, who was another university wit. He achieved great popularity with his first work, The Spanish Tragedy. It was a very famous play, which was translated into many European languages. He introduced the blood and thunder element in English drama. And this proved one of the attractive features of the pre-Shakespearean drama. Blood and thunder and revenge and violence. Robert Greene, who died in 1592, they lived in the same period, or almost the same years. So Robert Greene lived a most dissolute life and died in distress and debt. His most effective play is Friar Bacon and Friar Bungay, which deals partly with the tricks of the friar and partly with a simple love story between two men and one maid. This is an interesting theme. Many Bollywood movies are based on this type of story, two men fall in love with one woman. Now I will talk about Christopher Marlowe. He was born in 1564 and died in 1593. Very short life. The dramatic work of Lodge and Nash is not of much importance. Of all the members of the group, which group? University wits. So, of all the members of the group, Marlowe is the greatest. In 1587, his first play, Tamburlaine, was produced, and it took the public by storm on account of its impetuous force, its splendid command of blank verse, and its sensitivities to beauty. And you will be surprised to know that all of Marlowe's plays have some kind of force and delicacy also. Love for beauty, sensitivity to beauty. And all his plays have been written in blank verse. So in this play, Tamburlaine, Marlowe dramatized the exploits of the Scythian shepherd who rose to be the terror of the world and a scourge of God. You know Tamburlaine, and in Hindi you may call him Taimur Lang. So he was lamb. Tamburlaine was succeeded by the tragical history of Dr. Faustus. Dr. Faustus has been prescribed in your syllabus also, so I will dwell upon this play in the coming videos, but let me introduce you to this play. So in which Marlowe gave, in this play, Dr. Faustus, Marlowe gave an old medieval legend a romantic setting. The story of the scholar who sells his soul to the devil for worldly enjoyment and unlimited power. And this story is presented in a most fascinating manner in blank verse. Marlowe's Faustus is the genuine incarnation of Renaissance spirit. The Renaissance people, the Renaissance scholars wanted to gain knowledge. Knowledge was the power for them. Marlowe's contribution to the Elizabethan drama was great. He raised the subject matter of drama to a higher level, very high level. He introduced heroes who were men of great strength, and his language is also forceful. So his heroes are men of great strength and vitality. They possess the Renaissance characteristic of insatiable spirit of adventure. All his characters, all his heroes have this unquenchable thirst for power, thirst for knowledge. He gave life and reality to the characters and introduced passion on the stage, force on the stage, vitality on the stage. He made the blank verse a supple and flexible. He made it so supple and flexible as to suit the drama, and thus made the work of Shakespeare, easier. In this respect, more easier. He gave coherence and unity to the drama. Earlier, English drama was not so coherent. It was loose, the structure of English drama was loose before Marlowe. It lacked unity, it lacked force. He also gave beauty, he also gave dignity, he also gave poetic glow to the drama. In fact, he did the pioneering work on which Shakespeare built the great edifice, great building, great castle. Thus, he has been rightly called the father of English dramatic poetry. Marlowe has been rightly called the father of English dramatic poetry. I will talk about Marlowe in detail in the next video. I would like to thank you all for watching this video with patience. And I request you to please watch my next video lecture on Marlowe for more information on the great university weights in general and on Christopher Marlowe in particular. So, thank you for watching this video patiently, and I request you to wait for the coming videos so that you may have a proper understanding, proper knowledge of the topic. Thank you very much.